week. Where did you feel it went wrong tonight?
I think there's a few areas. Probably did well to stay in the game and get some momentum and get a couple of goals up with the landslide of centre bounce clearances. We had to sort that out. It was too much in their favour. I think it was about 10-2 at one point. Guys were hanging in there, but definitely, we lost function forward of the ball. We didn't win any contests from clearance, which meant we didn't keep it there often enough. And the one thing that I've mentioned, in the public domain is that the statistic that we dropped right off on last year was being able to defend the whole ground, from our forward 50 all the way to their goal square. And, they kicked 8 goals, 2 from kick-ins and 6 from those rebounds. So, and that's a combination of how poorly we use the ball, and probably the relevance piece for our forwards forward of it. So I think that's essentially the game. Melbourne, were good. They're an established team, and I thought their pressure was pretty good. But I felt like the perceived pressure aspect of the game got to us more than what it did them. We had some gilt-edged chances from some of the turnovers we were able to force, particularly through that middle part of the game that we should have made more of. Kicked too many points, but the disappointing thing was definitely the drop off and the score line late in the game. That's flattening. So I think if you ask all of our people who've been working really hard and quite diligently over the pre-season period, we'd hope that's an anomaly. That something that's coming up post round one that doesn't happen probably again. So that's one of the deflating things about the game. But you got to give the opposition credit. We've just got to be better more consistently through the different stages.
Do you have any theories as to what caused that drop off late in the game? Was it the heat or round one sort of conditioning?
No, I don't think so. I mean, Melbourne saw the game out better. I think we were in poor form with our ball use, and it didn't really get any better. So maybe there was an element of frustration that crept in with our players. But you can't. There's no excuses. We just were outplayed, and the goals that they got out back, have absolutely. Been working extremely hard with our backs to make sure that our guard and our best position defence is where it needs to be. But again, that's on the back of some shallow entries and some layers that break down, and we've just got to be better at that. It's a real focus, and we didn't execute it well tonight. And even though we had a pretty solid game against North Melbourne, we still didn't execute it well enough in that game either. So still a work in progress. Absolutely. Have turned our attention fully to it, so it's just up to us to pick up the bit and do it better.
How's Len Jones?
Well, he's got a knock to the neck, Cal, so he's off to get some scans. We're hoping it's okay. I haven't seen how it happened. Taylor Duray had one a couple of weeks ago, and he was all right. So I'm just fingers crossed that Liam's going to be okay.
Did that throw much around for you?
Well, it did. I mean, but again, you can't make excuses. But I mean, Brucey's trying to find his feet as a key defender. He had a reasonable intercept game, but he's still trying to work out, how to play those positions. And our preference was to go in with the three sort of keys and give us stability and being able to manage their tools when they were down there. It changed things, and we needed to send one or two back who we probably would have preferred not to in JJ, and then Bailey Williams needed to go back. But these things happen, and we still expect that we don't get gapped like we did.
How did you think your tall forwards went tonight and the mix and how they...
Yeah, our tall forwards tonight, you know, when you compare, say, our two outings against genuine opposition in the Kangas, and obviously Melbourne are a bit more of a seasoned team than the Kangas at the moment, and yeah, they made life more difficult, and you know, I thought Norts, you know, competed like hell and you know, did everything he could, but yeah, we were a bit disjointed, and these are some of the teething problems with the two young bucks, and we just need to work through it and work out whether that, you know, we continue to persevere with that approach. I think the important thing is, you know, we are, the four of them aren't out there all together ever, really. But still, that means that if you're picking the four big forwards and obviously Tim in the ruck, it means that a medium, small, possible utility who plays a different game is missing out. So, but it wasn't just the talls. I didn't think our medium smalls had any impact at all forward of the ball. So it was just a game where we didn't have any great output, any great results from what we did, but it was difficult forward line to play with the ball use, and we kicked it at 52% or something. Don't think we ever have. So we're a lot more capable than that.
How long do you give that combination, you know, with the tall forwards before you sort of...
Yeah, well, you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's we've had 2 games. It's a very small sample size. We played one of the teams that everyone's probably tipping to, you know, be there at the end of the year. So we've got to process that, and we've just got to build confidence and belief into the boys that probably didn't have their best night, to know that they're better and more capable than probably what we gave tonight. But as I said, we didn't help them too much with the way we use the footy at times.
Your players weren't too happy with the bump Pickett on Smith. What did you make of the
Yeah, I haven't seen the bump, so I can't really comment. So I probably wouldn't anyway if I had seen it. As you know, it's just, but I didn't see it.
Smith seemed fine though.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, pretty sure. No worries.
I know there's been a little bit indefinite on Cody, but is there a sort of a rough view on when he could be available? Obviously, it's a bit of a point of difference in terms of ground level stuff for you as a small medium forward.
Yeah. I mean, Cody's the first big forward who, you know, we want in our team, Kel. But I think he's not in the next fortnight. I don't think. You know, he's probably hoping maybe 3 weeks. Got to play the longer game with these young fellas and make sure they're okay. And sometimes these adductor, groiny things can turn into something really nasty. So we won't take any risks with him.
Any issues for your guys with the surface tonight? It was a bit of a talking point last night.
No, I don't think so. I mean, you know, everyone, at times you've got to keep your feet a bit better. I didn't think it was endemic. Our problems sort of were peripheral to that, and no, I think the surface was fine. Both teams seemed to handle it better than what we did, but it was okay. Thanks, guys.